Welcome, welcome to this YouTube channel. It has been long, but you're very welcome. For returning subscribers, thank you very much for returning. For those that are new, hit the subscribe button and let's get started. So today, we are majorly going to talk about our different money habits. What are those things that you keep doing that are just part of you? What are those? How do you relate with money? What are the things that come immediately whenever you see money, whenever you talk about money? What are those things that really tick you when it comes to money? That's what we are going to call our money personalities. So today we are deep diving into what our money personalities are, and let's get started. So the first money personality that I would like to talk about today will be the savers. If you're someone like me, of course I'm speaking about something that is very passionate. I'm a saver naturally. So I had to start with this because I felt I related to most of the things that a saver does. So for a person who is a saver, you're usually this person who is very good at negotiating, first of all. Like every time you see something, you feel you need to negotiate for it. You literally want to enter a supermarket and you bargain for the price that is on the product. Like, how bad can it be? So savers are usually people who negotiate to the best of their ability. By the time they take off something, by the time they buy something, they feel they have really they've saved some money off it. So you might not be just a saver of you get money and bank it, you get money and keep it somewhere. No, you're a saver in everything in your life. You want to save. Yeah. So if you're the type of person like me, usually we're very good negotiators and we always get the best prices for things. So the beauty about it is for a saver, you're always secure in terms of every time you purchase something, you're secure about your purchase. Even when you have purchased it, you've really thought through it. Because then, by the time you negotiate, you're thinking, oh, do I really want it? At this price, can it do? So if you're that type of person, your relationship with money is usually a saver's mentality. And a few things and then you get those abnormal rushes. There's an abnormal rush to save. Every time you have something, you want to save. And part of your strength are, usually you avoid debt. You're the type of person who does not like debt at all. You don't like seeing or being in debt. You don't like knowing that someone else is demanding you. You always are very fast at clearing your debts. You like saving on everything. That's a point I already mentioned. Then you're very resistant to spending money. Like, you don't get joy from spending. As much as personally I get joy from shopping, but it's not something that you freely do. It's something that you planned for in your mind as a saver. You plan for something that you want to purchase. So that joy and the rush comes from when you save. When you buy something that was supposed to be 300,000 and you're buying it maybe 200, that rush that comes from, yes, I got it for the best price at the market. Usually people that are savers, they are rocks. What do I mean by rocks? You're usually that person who people go to all the time. When people are stranded, you're the person they call. Hi Sheila, can I please borrow this much money from you? So if you're that kind of person that everyone calls, you're definitely a saver, because you know where you put your money before you actually put it there. The other thing that comes out of a saver is that you always find ways of coming, like you find ways of saving money. Like in everything you do, you will always find a way Like for you, it comes so naturally, like it's easy for you to find ways. And then the other strength that savers have is that you have less stress from debt. For you, money is a means to an end. It's not just an end to the means, but it's a means to an end. Like money is held of high prestige. Our next money personality are the spenders. My, oh my. The spenders are really a gifted kind of people. Oh, so the spenders find a rush in purchasing. Like every time you have money on your account, you're dying to spend it. If you're that kind of person, you're a spender. Like you just get a rush from spending. Like you want to buy A, you want to buy B. That's the time you realize you don't have this in your home. That's the time you realize you need to pay for this. Like you're just a spender. Like you get the rush from releasing money. Usually, you're the type of person who is like, you're impressed by everything you see. Whenever you see something and it's impressive, buy. Whenever you see something and it's impressive, money. Like for you, everything, like you don't get to think about the thing you purchase before you actually do. If you're that type of person, you are a spender. And some of the things that spenders do is they live in the moment. It's usually fun being around spenders because it's thrilling. Who wouldn't want to be in the company of a spender? You want something, get it. You want to eat this, buy it. You want to go here, let's go. So it's enjoyable to be around those kinds of people. And most times, if you're a spender, your circle of friends is like it's massive. Your friends are very many. Majorly, they are attracted to you. They don't know that they're attracted to you because you're a spender, but that freedom to spend is a relatable kind of personality. Like people want to be around you because you're not a no person, because you're that kind of person that if I'm stuck somewhere, I know I'll call so and so and they'll give me the money. Or if I see something nice, I'm like, oh, that looks so nice. And then the person will buy it for you or they'll gift it to you. Like, just know, spenders, they live within the moment. And it's a good thing in terms of relationships, but it's a bad thing in terms of your finances. So if you're a spender, you're usually a sweetheart to people because of that reason. But there are people who are spenders and they're spenders on themselves. Like they're not spenders on other people. Like your circle, it's me, and me. The rest of you, nadas. So it depends what kind of spender are you. Are you the spender that spends on people around you? So usually your circle is big. If you're the spender that spends on yourself, you're a mean person. Yeah, I said it. You're mean. So either way, both people really need to check their finances. You could maybe get friends that can be accountability partners to help with your finances, because it's good for you to think through your purchases, to think through your spending, your expenditure, and look through your life and plan better, because most times the season is not that good. Currently, the season is not that good for you to be a spender that buys everything you see. So for a spender, that would be my advice. The other thing that spenders usually do, that like it clicks in their minds after they have bought that, oh, this was a wrong purchase. So they always suffer from remorse, financial remorse. The money is done, then what? So when it's done, you're thinking, oh, Kale, I had this money. I should have used it to parent, but I used it to go to, like, You went out, you spent on this, then you're suffering from that remorse. So if you're that kind of person, my advice would be always plan in advance. Before you receive money, plan in advance to avoid that from happening to you. Yes, so the next type of people, the next money personality are the risk takers. Oh, I like risk takers, but I can't be one. I like planning my life, so I can't handle being a risk taker. Risk takers are usually people who look forward, like they look for the next big thing. The people who are always looking, like they are futuristic. The people who look ahead, plan ahead, and in planning ahead, they're able to plan their money ahead of time, and then it's usually easy for them to take on like abrupt money decisions. They're easy, they're quick at making money decisions, very quick. And when they do make those decisions, sometimes it's a good thing, because then they get to utilize opportunities that people like us who take their time to plan things would have missed out. So the risk takers are usually forward thinking, they are usually well informed when it comes to certain money decisions, and these people are usually good at listening to their gut. Like, you know how sometimes you get money and you're thinking, I think I need to invest this money somewhere, and then you're like, let's wait, I will do it tomorrow, I'll do it another day, and then you end up using the money. So risk takers are not those kind of people. Like, you think it, you do it there and then. Like, you go with your gut, you trust your gut 100%. Like, even when it falls back, rarely does it fall back, but when it does, they don't really regret it, because to them it was a well thought decision, and that's a good thing. Then the other thing is they're usually not afraid of they're not afraid of risk completely, like what the name says, risk takers. They're not afraid of risk. Let me give an example. For example, I can get a good, if I'm a risk taker, I hear about a sale of a property or an asset, and I have probably, let's say, I have the money. Okay, not really, the money was not planned for buying an asset, but I had the money probably, let's say, to pay a debt. And these are the people who will just remove the money from there, put it into the asset, save, purchase that asset, and we're done with purchasing the asset. Then now let's struggle with having the loan or the debt paid off. These are people who usually think faster. Let's go to the bank, get a loan, pay this, buy this. So risk takers are people who are very friendly to debt. Like, they're people who are always borrowing even when they don't know what the future holds for tomorrow. As long as they're foresighted, they're seeing that this will work for them, they'll borrow. I don't mean that everyone who borrows money is actually a risk taker. No, some people borrow because they are really not well educated about the good debt and the bad debt. But the risk takers are aware, even when they're taking that debt. They know that this is a better financial decision as compared to the interest that I'm going to accumulate on the debt. So risk takers, yeah, they do big things. So the next category of people are people who don't care. If you're that kind of person whose personality is you don't care about money, like you don't want to hear it, you don't want to know, like you don't care, you don't want to know. Usually that's like a red flag. If you're that kind of person who does not want to know anything about money, like those things give me trouble, let me leave them for those people. Usually it brings a question of, do you actually earn money? Why don't you care about it? What's so hard? Those people are usually not motivated at all They will never be motivated by finances at a workplace. They'll never be motivated by their pay. Like, you're just not bothered. Wow. Okay, those people usually have a problem. Sorry, I'm judging, but how do you not care about your finances? Back to the point. So the people who don't care about finances, they usually have a background that is not good in regards to their previous experiences with money. They've probably grown up in families where money has caused division. They've grown up hearing money too much that they've decided to close that door. But if you're that kind of person, today I would like to speak to you. Please mind about your money. It's high time you did, because if you don't, someone else will mind about your money for you. And when they do, chances are you will find yourself bankrupt, you'll find yourself broke, you'll find yourself always borrowing, you'll find yourself really neglected. I know that it's easy for you. Most times the issue with people who don't care is that it's easy for them not to mind about the issues about money. And it's a bit heartbreaking. As a finance coach, I feel that's so heartbreaking for you to not mind about your money. I know that finances are something that has been shoved down our throats. We've not gone through it growing up, and then we finally grow up and we're working and everyone is talking about our finances. And it becomes, you create a resentment towards money. So if you're that type of person that has created a resentment towards money, first of all, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that you resent money that much. And I'm hoping that after you've watched this video, you can find a better way to heal from that resentment and start minding about your money. The earlier you mind about it, the earlier you start knowing what to do with your finances, the higher the chances are that you're going to get out of that kind of feeling. I don't want to call it depression, but that kind of feeling, you get out of it victorious, you get out of it wealthy, you get out of it financially well. The other and the last one are the investors, the people that we call the security seekers. Investors are usually people who are good at investing, and they're excellent planners, like you plan it from the word go. If I want to let's say build a house, I'm able to plan and know that I will need to start on the foundation first. I'll give it this period of time, then I'll raise the building, then I'll give it this period of time, then I will furnish the building at this particular time or in this particular period, and then they're able to plan for it financially. So usually those people are what we call the security seekers, the investors. Like, they see good in everything, and they always look out for things they can invest in next. These people, the investors, they don't suffer buyer's remorse, like these things of impulse buying, impulse shopping, over sujui what. Those things, no, they don't suffer from them because they have planned better. They are usually overly negative. They assess everything before they actually do it. Like, we have to first put it on a balancing. Yeah, we balance it. Is it okay? Is it okay? Is it okay? Then we finally take that decision. They don't just, I know that I'm using because I'm tending towards the investors, but I've not yet got my grip on that. So usually we don't just take the decision there and then. We have to know the pros, the cons, balance it out, and then finally take the decision. Investors are usually good researchers. They make their research before they actually do any purchase. They're usually very cautious about what they get and how much they get it at. So what kind of money personality do you have? I hope from that explanation you're able to really know what your money personality is. Why did I go through that trouble to explain what money personalities are? When you get to know what your money personality is, you're able to know what are your guardrails, what are those things that you need not to do, and what are those things that you need to do. If you're a spender, what are the things you need to do? Be able to start up a budget, follow it, be accurate about everything that you do, mind your spending. If you're a saver, how best can you turn the saving into investment? How best can you not push all the people around you away because you're trying to squeeze the last money out of them? I'm laughing because I know how I relate to this. So if you're a saver, how can you make relations without really breaking ties with your finances and doing better? How can you move to the investment side? If you're a risk taker, how can you mind your risks? How can you do better to avoid those risks from continuously coming back and you suffering the remorse of wishing you had thought through the decision? If you're an investor, investors are usually perfect. How do I say it? Yeah, if you're an investor, how can you really get the best grip of your investment habits and not have everything go straight to investors? The weakness that investors usually have is that they look at everything as investment. When they get little money, we invest. When you see this, we invest. So how can investment not be a topic of discussion every time? So if you're that kind of person who can never be into a conversation, and you're always in a conversation and the conversation never ends without you talking about money, chances are you're an investor. And I know that you can do better. Kudos to you because you do share your experience about money and you educate a lot of people. You could be saving someone who didn't actually know what to do. So thank you so much, guys, for listening. Please don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell, and let's see you in the next video. Bye bye.